Vince McMahon has released part of his shares in WWE after the completion of the company. McMahon Baru Newly retired and resigned from his position with the company in the middle of an investigation of the payment of money he made to a former female employee to hide allegations of sexual harassment, violations, and harassment. McMahon submitted a statement of favorable change in ownership of securities with the Securities and Exchange Commission. In the submission, McMahon threw 38,519 ordinary shares traded publicly. The dumped shares are units of shares that were not invested by McMahon in connection with his retirement from WWE. Submission dated July 22, 2022. This step left McMahon with 69,157 ordinary stock Class A. Total did not include 100 Class A shares owned individually by McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon. In the submission, Vince McMahon denied the profitable ownership of these shares. Shares detailed in the submission representing a small portion of the total shares of Vince McMahon in WWE. He currently has 28.7 million shares of ordinary shares in the company's Class B, around 37% of the total circulating shares. Class B shares carry 10 times the vote strength of WWE's Class A shares. McMahon shares gave him around 80% of WWE's vote force. The Wall Street Journal reported earlier this week that SEC and federal prosecutors are now looking for payments made by McMahon. WWE's latest submission with SEC earlier this week said the company would change the past financial statements to reach $14.6 million paid to former employees. According to WWE, even if McMahon made payments from private funds, the payment was beneficial for WWE and therefore it must be recorded like that. At least 8 law firms also investigate whether WWE is involved in business practices that violate the law at the expense of investors. The price of WWE's stock has risen on Tuesday after the news of retirement and resignation of McMahon. Breaking news alerts.